And as promised, welcome back to the final segment of Dead Rising. This will be entirely on how to do infinite mode. I'm sure as hell not going to do the whole thing. I will point out one thing. It says saving in this mode will override game saves from other modes. You can't actually save in this mode. So you have to do all of this shit in one sitting. But before we actually get into the meat of how to do this, I'll show off the unlockable outfits. Mega Man boots, which I think is from Killing Psychopaths, maybe? I forget. Mega Man suit, which I think is getting to the true ending without being knocked out. Pro Wrestling briefs, which is from killing 1,000 zombies with your bare fists, and I know that's correct. Some kind of shoes. I can't even see what kind they are. Prisoner garb, which is from getting the Carjacker achievement.
Yeah. Alright.
The mall outfit, which is from Transmissionary. Hockey mask, which is from PP Collector. Fedora, which I forget what that's from. G.I. Joe outfit. Well, not G.I. Joe, but ammo belt, which is from Helicopter, I think. The police hat, which is from getting... It's either from getting Peacekeeper or Saint. I forget which one. And Legendary... And the Soldier outfit, or Special Forces outfit, which is from, I think from, Legendary Soldier, though I could be wrong. You'd think I would look this up, but I don't care that much. So anyway, first thing you want to do, as you can see, the door's not welded. We're going to go to Entrance Plaza here. Why are we going to Entrance Plaza? There is a bookstore, maybe. Okay, it's right over there. Sinister Reed. This is the first store you want to go into. You want to find a book. Where is it? Health 2. And I'm going to turn off the tutorials now because I just wanted to see you guys to see the opening for Infinity Mode. So the goal here is not to kill stuff. Except, like, not to kill a whole shit ton of zombies. Rather, it's to survive and kill other survivors and psychopaths. As the intro said, which I didn't read out, so fuck this bitch. Every survivor and psychopath is an enemy. And every night at midnight, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., you will find a new group of survivors and psychos throughout the mall. There is a wiki on all of their locations. Now right there I just killed Paul. And every survivor and psycho will drop a set of food items and weapons. Personally, I don't bother with this because... And that's a load of shit. Come on, cars. Get out of the way. Are you serious? No, don't knock me back into the loading zone. Food items do not respawn in the mall. Which I will... Actually, I am not going to Alfresca Plaza. Fuck that. You can see by the little, book icon on all the food items. There's 3 in particular that we're gonna be on the lookout for. And it's also recommended that you have the real Mega Buster, so you can just cheese all bosses easily. And instead of time remaining, you just see how much time you've survived for. Pretty simple stuff. And you can see the PP, what used to be the PP bar is now like a... Okay, I wanted to jump over that son of a bitch. It will, when it drains, you will lose a block of your health, and blocks regenerate, or you lose a whole block of health every 100 seconds. So that means it'll take 12 minutes, or 1200 seconds, or 20 minutes for Frank to starve to death in this mode. And I'm curious to see, do I have the shortcut unlocked? Yes, I do. Okay, good. So now that we're at Wonderland Plaza, we're going to find our second book that we're going to use. The only item you would potentially want to pick up are queens, just to clear out zombies whilst collecting these books. Health 1. Actually, I'm going to organize a little bit. There we go. Apparently, after the 8th day, survivors and psychos just stop showing up, so you can't get their food items. And as I said, food items do not respawn in this mode. Now you could be wondering, well, Raging Gamer, if you've never played this mode, you could wonder, well, Raging Gamer, why not just hide in a Sion supermarket? Because that place has a bunch of infinite food items. You're right, that place has infinite food items. But yeah, they locked it out. And you saw when I went to Colombian Roast Masters, which is the place that used to give infinite orange juices. It just has 2 orange juices sitting there. So, also, fuck that shopping cart. It's highly recommended that you not consume any food items until you have all 3 books obtained, so you can make the maximum use of your items. Then you want to make your way all the way to this place. Wrestling, that's not it. Here it is, survival. Now that we have all 3 items, or all 3 books, the healing potential of all of your items will be tripled. So, an orange juice can restore all 12 blocks of health, which is extremely useful and absolutely required in order to be able to do 7-day survivor. Technically, you don't have to have any books, I don't think, in order to get 5-day survivor. But since both achievements have to be done in infinite mode, you may as well just do both of them. Now I'm going to the food court, and by the way, the sniper family's over there. I'm curious if I can actually mix stuff in the blender. I thought I could, but I couldn't do that at Colombian Roast Masters. If I can't do it at Colombian Roast or the food court here, I'm just going to assume that you can't use the blender. Even though I could have sworn that that was an option that you could do. And as you can see, Carlito's up there, where he was in the original game. I'm not going to kill him just yet. I want to see where the blender is. Wait, is there really no blending in this mode? Okay, apparently there isn't. Although if you find raw meat or uncooked pizza, you can cook them to increase their healing potential. Goodbye. Now let's see if I get fucked. Good. Sometimes healing items will go into an unreachable location, and you won't be able to pick them up. And those items will not come back either if you do that. So basically the game could very easily just say, fuck you, you're done. I'm trying to think if there's any other notes I want to discuss. I think starting on day 2, the convicts will spawn every night at midnight. You do not want to fight the convicts because they never drop any healing items, and fighting them is generally really obnoxious and not worth doing. Because, as I said, they don't drop healing items, and the goal is to survive as long as possible. So, I'm not going to kill these guys. I'm going to try to make it back to, I'm going to try to make it back to the Paradise Plaza. You also have the maintenance tunnel key, so you can, if you have to go down into the maintenance tunnel, you can just do that if you want. So in order to get, for me to get 7-Day Survivor and thus the last unlockable clothing, and as a side, the laser sword, aka lightsaber, which I've referred to, you have to do this for 14 hours in one sitting, and that's assuming you do not pause the game at all. So yeah, as you can see here, we can just get down here fine, and there's Carlito in the truck. I'm certainly not going to engage Carlito, because my inventory's full. Another thing is you'll want to have memorized how much every single food item or healing item heals you by, because like you can't be wasting food in this mode. The way I'm gonna show you how to do it is not the way you do this mode if you want like going as long as humanly possible. But it's very safe and very consistent for getting 7-Day Survivor. And as an added side effect, the Indoorsman and Outdoorsman achievements, if you should so desire to get those. And also, here's a Susan who's just dead. Well, I'll pick up her cookies. Not in that way, of course. And another thing to note about this mode is I'm trying to use the camera. The camera is disabled. So, yeah, you can't be taking pictures there, Mr. Frank. Also, hey, Otis. If you've always hated Otis and always hated having to answer his phone calls, here's your chance for sweet, unadulterated revenge. Oh, and here's a raw meat. You absolutely want to... I'm going to actually take that to... I'm going to take that to the food court to cook it. There is a good chance that you could get the gourmet achievement if you do this mode long enough, if you actually play it that long. but I'm not sure if that's true or if that's just my speculation. So I guess we're going on a little bit of a diversion here. Not that you need me to show you how to cook food, but I'll do it anyway since the game has presented me the opportunity to. The Dead Rising wiki does have notes on when all the survivors and psychos appear, when they appear, and what they give. So, if you care, look at that. If you care enough, look at that. And you also don't want to enter the food court from the hours of 5 a.m. on the 4th day to 11:59 p.m. on the 4th day, or else the game will apparently freeze. I only knew that because the wiki explicitly stated, do not do this. I don't know if that's true, but I sure as fuck am not waiting 4 days, which would be 8+ hours in real life, just to figure out if the food court really fucks you up at that time. So if you're indoors somewhere, be sure to take all raw meats and uncooked pizzas to get the hell out of here. Anyway, be sure to take them all to the ovens around the food court to get well-done steaks and golden brown pizzas, because they heal you by a base of 6 blocks of health. Now, if you want to hang out at the food court, just stand up here, wait a while, and eat your least potent food item. And then you would wait, like, if I have to wait over better part of 10 minutes for this. And then in order to consume this after almost 20 minutes, and so on and so forth. That process is very, very boring, so I'm not going to do that. But just know that's how you do it. Also, don't fall like I just did. And that's what you would do if you want to get the Indoorsman achievement, which requires you to be indoors for 24 hours without leaving. You also have access to Carlito's hideout, if you wanted to hide out there, or of course go to the security room in the main office and then close all the doors. After, I believe it's the 2nd day, though it might be the 3rd or 4th day, zombies will be in the security room. Apparently they despawn after the 8th day, but just know that zombies will be in the security room after a certain point if you choose to go there. And you can see how little damage these guys actually do. And since I'm not doing a serious run of this, I'm going to leave these food items to be wasted. But if you want to get Outdoorsman doing this mode, and it's very easy to do, just get up here, the zombies can't get you, and then just camp out on this on the top of this pavilion. So I think that's it. Be sure to avoid Alfresca Plaza at all costs, unless you're trying to... I know Isabella on the motorcycle appears there at some point, and that, I think, is the only time you would ever want to go to Alfresca Plaza and get all the food items there while you're at it. That way you never have to return there. So, I think at this point, I'm just going to commit suicide because this has gone on 20 minutes. I'm not doing 14-day Survivor like this because there not be a single person who would want to listen to this for 14 hours. Absolutely nobody. I may live stream getting 7-day Survivor so I can talk to people in my YouTube chat, but I sure as hell ain't doing it this way. Actually, there's one last thing I kind of like to show off. Since I'm already, hit me a little bit more. Alright, I'm good. I think. If I fail at this and don't show it off, then whatever. So if you hang out up here, I think it is, the zombies down below will actually yeah, you see they're trying to come towards me. If you choose to die right here, and I'm not speeding this up either, if you die here, then Frank will fall off this ledge, and the time it takes for Frank to fall will actually count towards your time survived, even though he's dead. And the watch also isn't available. So, I think I did an okay job of explaining how to do infinite mode. You'd also hang out up here if you wanted to get indoorsman here for whatever reason, instead of at the security room or at Carlito's hideout. Frank has a different dying animation if he dies in this mode as opposed to any other mode. Unless he's on the ground. And so... and Frank has perished. It's better if there are more zombies there. So, I survived for a measly 4 hours. I sucked. But I don't really give a shit. So, that's the game. And on that note, I'll see you guys for whatever I do next. It will not be Dead Rising 2. I'll do that one at some point, but it won't be for a while, so... I'll see you guys for whatever I choose to do next. Later.